Welcome, mortal fools, to the most terrifying, spectacular show on Earth. Fasten your seatbelts and hold on tight. And take a ride with the Dark Carousel Podcast. Welcome, mortals! Let's fucking ride! On the DCP!
Here we go. Here we go. Hola. ¿Cómo
Ladies
estás?
and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the Dark Carousel.
On today's episode,
The Brighton Banshee.
yeah,
The Brighton Banshee.
from her asylum.
From Brighton Asylum. Guys, welcome to the Dark Carousel Podcast. With the applause.
Oh yeah, sorry.
What's up, everybody? This is your lovely guys. It's us. It's us. It's your boy, Arthur, and it's your boy, Mr. Steve. Hello, fellers. Today is your intervention. We're going to talk about why we shouldn't drink moonshine. Just kidding. We're not going to talk about that. But anyways, guys, yes, welcome to episode 6. Season 6?
Yeah, you don't even know. You don't even know. It's actually episode 5.
No, it's not.
Is it? Oh no, that's because we were fixing the book.
You don't know.
No, it's the book because we didn't write down 5, and that's what we just fixed in the book.
Yeah, from flesh to
So
fear.
but again, that wasn't in the book. We just had to fix it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I said that. So now, no, you're right. No, it is 6 today. Yeah.
It's actually it is
Don't
6.
worry about our technical difficulties.
Well, welcome everybody to the Dark Carousel Podcast, where this is a podcast for hunters from hunters.
it's a podcast full of idiots.
Yeah, we're super excited to finally do another interview. This is it. This is the joy. This is where we find our fun. All right, just kidding. So yes, guys, we let's do a little recap real quick. So the last episode we talked about character development. It was actually pretty fun. You know, Steve and I sat and we talked about, you know, where our story begun with a bunch of stuff and how we do things, because, you know, it's an opinion-based podcast, and on how we do things it's just how we do things. Now, other people do things differently, but it's more of just like the community that we try to talk to, you know, which is the haunters. The haunters. We talk to the haunters.
Yep.
We talk to you guys.
Yep.
We don't talk to those guys. We talk to you.
Yeah.
We talk to you. Yeah, right there. I see you. You probably smiling right now. Stop. Anyways, guys, yeah, we did a little character development, and we were talking about where and how and what we do as haunters, since, you know, him and I have been doing it for quite some time now.
Yeah.
But we got through that. It was fun. It was very enjoyable. If you guys want to check it out, we're on all the major platforms. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Again, guys, check us out on Instagram. We've been posting. I've been posting. I've been having a lot of fun, doing a lot of things, and I've also been talking to a lot of people, and it's been very interesting.
A lot.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? No las pantalones. So today, or this morning, or this evening, or wherever you're at in this world, we get to sit down and talk to the lovely Brighton Banshee. Now, I came across this girl on Instagram for her crazy costume and just the way she portrays herself as her character. And at first, when I seen it, I was just like, something's catching my eye.
Mm-hmm.
So I started diving a little bit deep, and I've been looking through her Instagrams and stuff.
But you were slacking, though, because we don't have a picture of her.
Huh?
You're slacking because we don't have a picture of her.
But she's behind us.
Yeah, but you don't get to see it. You just see a glimpse.
It's okay. My fault.
You don't get to see.
But yeah, I think with like what she does is fucking wild. In the haunt world, we call this thing a crutch, and I think this is what she uses it for. her little cage that she has around her head. There's pill bottles.
Yes.
There's lights.
Yep.
And I think there's little like rocks or something to resemble pills.
Okay.
So when she's
We'll find out.
violently screaming,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of sound,
lot of racket.
a lot of distractions that's going on there. And plus her costume's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Hands down badass. Really excited to hear where she started in the haunt world and how, you know, she came across this wonderful character of the Brighton Banshee. If you guys don't know where Brighton Asylum is, it's in
New Jersey?
what part?
Passaic?
Yeah, Passaic, New Jersey. I can't. I want to say something else, but yeah, Passaic, New Jersey. Second, Brighton Avenue. It's been open up for 14 years. Guys, you have to check it out. And I think the owner's name is Richard Gotchi. I'm gonna say his name's Richard.
Just spit it.
And the guy, I don't know who he is or what he is, but the set designs that they have for that asylum, apparently they have like escape rooms and like other stuff in the actual haunt itself. It's an old abandoned warehouse with a huge open floor plan, open ceilings and stuff. And dude, the set design that they have for this haunt, their promo videos are so fucking like cinematic and everything. Like when I watched a walkthrough on YouTube of Scare Factors, I watched the whole walkthrough and I was blown away at the set that they had. They had the perfect. Oh my god, I don't want to explain it. The scenery was just freaking amazing. It was like one of those things where I was like, holy shit.
The lightning,
like, the wind, everything that was going that you need in a horror movie was right.
I like the little guy playing the piano.
But again, the person that stood out the most was the Brighton Banshee. I was really impressed with what she was putting out. And she, like, her character is so fucking cool looking.
Smelling what you're selling.
Smelling what you're selling. You're scooping what I'm pooping. Yeah. But I'm really excited, and I know Mr. Sweets over here is pretty excited to ask these wonderful questions we got for her. Yeah. And we're going to dive deep into these conversations and stuff, and maybe she may not know some answers, but it's okay. Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Other than that, I know we got plans going. They're rolling.
Yeah.
And we're not going to say anything.
Yeah.
It's a little down south though, but
we're just busy.
we're just a little busy.
We're busy.
You know, we'll just give you a little hint.
Has to do with woods.
Has to do with woods. That's all we have to say. That's all we're saying. We're not saying anything else. It has to do with woods.
Woods and a haunt.
No.
That's it. That's
No.
all-
You gave him too much.
No.
You gave him way too much.
No. They don't know.
But we did.
No.
Walking through the woods. Found a haunt.
Yeah.
There it was.
There it was.
There it was.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, there was two little clowns. But yeah, we got that, and we also have another one that is local.
Yeah.
Kind of close to home.
Yep.
Literally. And we're gonna be speaking with that person.
Yep.
From home.
Yep.
So we're excited about that and get some insights on their haunt, which is near home. And then we'll dive deep, and we're really excited for these upcoming episodes. So guys, don't forget to check us out on all major platforms and on Instagram and on Facebook. But other than that, Mr. Sweets, do you have anything to say that you want to tell these guys before we call Miss Banshee? Miss Banshee?
Drivers, start your engines. Damn.
The Cadillac converter's clogged.
You better put some cleaner in there.
My O2 sensor went out. Oh, shit. All right. You ready for this?
Did you make sure your phone is still hooked up?
Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll find out. In 3, 2, 1.
Brown's Kitchen.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Well, my name is Arthur, and I am part owner of the Dark Carousel Podcast. And right next to me is the other owner of the Dark Carousel Podcast.
Well, hello.
And that is Steve.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
Well, hello. Well, to introduce ourselves, we are obviously the Dark Carousel Podcast. We've been doing this for quite some time, and we've been haunting with each other for probably put together about 50 years. We love it, and it's our passion. It's our life, and we came across this show that we wanted to do, and we made something out of it. And Steve and I sat down one day and created this monster. And now we're like, all right, let's seek out some haunters that really stand out and really show their dedication to the world of the haunt community. So your picture came across my Instagram, and I was like, holy shit. There's a lot going on there, but there's so much that has my attention. And so I messaged you, and I was like, hello, and I sent you that message, and here we are. And we are very grateful to have you on our show and to give you the opportunity to be on our show. And we're very grateful enough to have the opportunity to speak with you. So if you would like, you can introduce yourself, and then we can start on with all this fun stuff.
Okay, well, my name is actually Yasmin, and my character I named was Evelyn, but she's kind of been given like the trademark name now, Brighton Banshee, so I'm rolling with that.
That's awesome. So how did you get that name?
The name?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it started when I was first put into the helmet. I didn't think it would explode the way it has already. And people have been asking, so what is this character? And what was it? During one of our shoots, I told the owner, I'm like, this is the name I want to give it. I like the alliteration. It works. And I've stuck with it since.
Wow. Now, what got you into, like when did you start haunting?
I was introduced to haunting. My very first haunt is Brighton Asylum. This is the only haunt I've been a part of since 2019.
Heck yeah. So going on 6 years now. This is your 6th year?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, because like the coolest thing is because like we talked to Dinwiddie a few episodes back, and this is going on his 5th year. And to see you guys at the beginning of like your guys' future for haunting, and it may seem like like 6 years is starting a lot, but you guys are still at the like very good stage, because one, it's going on your 6th year, and you're already like getting noticed by so many people, and that's really cool. But that also shows a lot of dedication to a lot of haunt owners, a lot of haunt computers, a lot of communities and stuff. And it's something that you are doing right. And I'm happy to have you on the show for that, because you're doing great. I think you're doing great with it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, did you make the helmet itself?
No, that was given to me. Honestly, the whole costume was given to me on a shoot day. I just showed up ready to go. Mm-hmm. And they're like, here, get in this. And I'm like, how? So that took me a while. Now I'm able to take it apart and put it together, no problem. It took a lot of practice.
Yeah. Well, that's the good thing about being a character, though, especially if you don't change a lot of characters. Like I myself, every other weekend I'm bouncing around from different stuff, changing different props, changing different outfits, stuff like that. So the good thing is, with you strictly being just the Banshee itself, that right there helps. So, but
I just started for me. It was either that or I was a patient inside, or primarily a nurse upstairs. Now, this is like brand new for me, but I love it.
So is this your first year as the Banshee, or is it your 2nd year?
This is now going, now I've had a full year with her. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going on 2nd.
Now,
I tried her out on the queue. People really liked her, so she's not going anywhere.
I think just keep on improving with her. And I think what you have is like, it's just perfect for like the style of the haunt that you have. and it's perfect. Now, when it comes to like using the helmet itself or the cage or however you want to put it, do you use that as a crutch with like the stuff that's inside the pill bottles? Like you like a distraction, you know? Like, do you use it as like when you're violently shaking at people, does it make like a bunch of rattling sounds?
It is loud.
Yes.
And with those lights going, there's actually candies inside there, so it's just rattling all night.
So it gives you a headache by the end of the night.
Oh, absolutely. It's worth it. The very first time, that video I sent you of the slow-mo, that was
Yes.
my first day in that helmet. In slow-mo, you see me whacking myself in the head with it.
Well, it just adds
Like, they
character.
painted- Like, they painted all these, like, scars and everything on me. By the end of it, I'm just like, oh, I have a bruise. Now I need to learn how to use this properly without hurting myself.
So how long does it
I've
take
hurt
you?
myself in
How
that.
long does it actually take you to get dressed head to toe and in character?
Okay, so easiest part is getting into just the outfit, but just putting that helmet together. Like, I have to have a whole section set up for myself. I have to, if you're familiar with the game Ankala, I kind of have that kind of mindset. I'm just filling all the bottles up.
Mm.
Then I drop the little lights in, ready to go. It takes maybe about 20 to a half hour.
Really?
That's really not that
Now,
bad.
is it just you, or do you have like a full team that does the makeup, everything?
So with the pill bottles, usually my boyfriend Joe helps me with that. He plays the doctor.
Okay.
So he helps me set that up. And then I just let the makeup people just focus on that stuff.
Well, that's who are the main makeup artists that like help you get into your full character?
So my artists are Kim Evans and this girl Casey. Wonderful, wonderful people.
Yeah.
They love it. They've been there longer than me. They have like so much to offer. They're a lot of fun.
Well, definitely seems like your guys' makeup team definitely puts out some professional work. The details that you guys put into your characters are crazy.
So yeah, we love when people come and try and look up close to it. I'm like, yeah, go for it. These makeup artists got nothing to hide.
No, like that. Like
They cover every piece.
and that's
I love it.
And that's the best thing about being like a queue line actor or just being an actor or an actress inside the home of a haunt or anywhere. Like there's a lot of haunts out there that are a little smaller and stuff that only paint faces, and then they come in with white shirts with blood on it. It's like, okay, let's take a step back and let's put it in perspective where you have to realize that, you know, these monsters they have to be looking part of the, you know, haunt 360 degrees.
Absolutely.
And I like that's what stands out with a good makeup team. If they go head to toe, front to back, everywhere to make sure that every detail is shown, I think everything's great. Like all the way down, including to the hair. Like it's so great. Now
they got a lot of fun tricks with that, with hair, makeup, incredible stuff.
that's wonderful. That is so wonderful. Now, is there like a personal like influence or experience that inspired you for that look, or did it just come from pure like creativity?
Well, I knew I was going to hurt myself in the helmet, so I just wanted to be banged up from it.
Okay. Well,
So that's just kind of where it started. We're like, okay, let's try and add some bruises, add some scratches. And we're like, no, it's still too pretty. We got to add more depth, more like hollow the face. We tried different things. I brought contacts in, and we're just like, all right, let's put it together. And you got to see what we got.
it's like the mixture between. Have you ever seen 13th Ghost?
Yes.
The jackal. Is it jackal?
Oh my God, I get called that a million times.
It's like a mixture between the jackal and Reagan from The Exorcism. Like meets each other, and like you guys, like you just in general, I don't know how to explain it. Like you portray it very, very well. very fucking well, and like every aspect of the costume to the just the stuff dangling from you, the fact that your helmet has pill bottles, there's the detail that really stands out to make your character fit the part for your haunt, because your haunt is an asylum. And it's just like it really stands out for what they're trying to portray and what you're trying to portray. There's nothing really that there's nothing bad about what you're doing whatsoever, ever. It's so great. Now do you wear, when you're outside on the queue line, are you like, there's some actors that go full to the extreme where they wear nothing, like no shoes, no nothing. Do you wear shoes while you're doing your haunt?
I've worn shoes.
Okay. Yeah, because
there's some times where I tried bringing in my own shoes and they ended up falling off, like mid-scene, but I'm just like, you know what? It makes the character more chaotic. I've chased people with the wheelchair without shoes because I lost a heel. That was a bad idea.
That's awesome.
It worked though.
That's good.
Not outside though. Outside I'm usually in sneakers.
Okay.
Or boots.
Now, what's one of the most scariest and most epic scares you've ever pulled off since you've been the Banshee?
Oh my gosh. I honestly, I didn't think she would fit in the house. I mean, like we did like little commercial stuff, but that was before like the set pieces were in, and we had like the liberty of the space. Mm-hmm. But I think a huge highlight for me was having her in the house. I got to be in the shaking door hallways upstairs.
Yeah.
And before the Banshee, I was a nurse up there, so it was kind of just like a full circle moment for me. I honestly didn't think I would fit in that hallway with that helmet, but it worked.
Now, what came up with the idea of like violently shaking the helmet, like running towards people?
Well, I chase people normally with the wheelchair, and I love using props. The first time I put that helmet on, like I was out of character. I'm just like, I'm a giant maraca. This is great. I'm like, what can I do with this? This thing is so obnoxious. I'm like, I don't even have to say anything. Like I was just dancing around. And I was just like, wow, this thing is heavy. I need to utilize and learn how to hold this helmet before I hurt myself. So like it took a lot of trial and error. I have fallen outside before. I've in the helmet too. Like I get scared that I'm gonna bump into people. I've had children try and like approach it. Like it does get scary in a sense. But like I don't know, I think it just comes with experience with people. I'm able to like slow down my movement. Mm-hmm. But once I have that free realm for myself, especially if people are just watching from afar, I just rattle.
That's awesome.
What's the craziest reaction you've ever got from a person coming through the haunt?
Craziest reaction.
Because a lot of people like we experience like people we've had people pee themselves, of course. People,
I've had that.
Yeah, like people running into walls or passing out, stuff like that. We've had that. What's the craziest one you can think of, or what's even the funniest one that you've seen?
One of the funniest, I think I didn't even say anything. I just stepped out, and this guy was trying to comfort his girlfriend, and he ended up jumping almost into her arms and falling. And just dropping, and the girl ended up falling with him. I felt so bad, but I almost broke. I almost started laughing at them. Like, well, you're gonna need the wheelchair.
Yeah. Now, like when you want to describe your character to somebody, in your best description, how would you describe the Banshee?
She is unhinged. She's a singer. She's very rowdy, but she's also very playful. She loves talking to people. Let me think. Well, I just see her more. She's very unsteady.
Okay.
She's very, very chaotic. I would say chaotic is the best word to give her.
Is she like anxious all the time, like just peeling out her skin, waiting for like her next victim?
She peels at her fingers, actually.
Really?
She's a picker at her fingers.
Ooh.
And she would chew her hair and she has she's not timid to approach people, but she catches on to people's body language in response to her, in a sense where if they're backing off, it's giving me more liberty to say have more space, so I can have bigger expressions with them.
Okay.
As opposed to the people who are approaching, who want to get close and see the pill bottles. I can tell them stories of what each pill does, fun stuff like that.
Well,
sometimes I'd eat pills outside.
And that leads on to my next question when it comes to stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So what's the backstory of the Banshee?
So this Banshee is in fact a patient.
Mm-hmm.
She's always been a patient. And she's more of a, what's the word? She's a scavenger. She gets herself into trouble. She finds it more innocent. She doesn't see what repercussions are.
Okay.
She doesn't understand that. She's more impulsive. That's an even better word for her. She's very impulsive. She'll go around, she'll talk to you like she knows you. A lot of confidence, more than I would have out of character. And she just gives me that free realm to just talk to people.
And I think that...
And just say nonsense.
And that's...
It just gives me that break.
Exactly. And I think that's like one of the coolest things. Like once you start feeling your character and, you're not yourself no more, you're the character. And like there's times like when I'm at my haunt, it comes and goes, but there's some times where I completely lose my fucking marbles. And I literally just forget who I am at times, and I go out there and... But
it's amazing.
Yeah.
When you lose yourself in that, it's like you're there.
And it feels so good because it's like a mental break to take a break from yourself for a little bit. Let's just put ourselves in our brain and let's just let the monster out for a while. And it feels really good. And it's like my normal self, I would do it, but if in general, like if someone came up to me and started to have a full-blown conversation, I'd be like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear you. But
exactly.
if I'm in character, like you said, I'm going to talk to you like I've known you for 30 fucking years, and you're going to be my best friend. And I'm going to tell you you're my best friend. And I do this cool thing where, because Steve and I are roomers at our haunt, and I love stalking people. That sounds so weird. And I portray this one character named Mortis where he doesn't talk. He just clicks around with his little gloves and stuff, and he carries a knife, and he's very awkward. He just stares and smiles and stuff, and like I'll watch you off in the distance, but I'm gonna let you know that I'm there, but I'm never gonna get close to you. And I just
but
watch.
That is unsettling for them.
God. I love the awkwardness when it comes to just making people feel uncomfortable, asking them weird questions, or completely flipping the whole conversation on people. Now, Steve over here, he's one of the people that is more of like, all right, I'm an entertainer, and I'm going to get up in there, and I'm going to get to know you. But he gives off that unease feeling. Yeah, he's a clown, and he may look happy.
People never trust me.
They don't.
They always like, no, you're a clown. I can't trust you. No, I'm the nicest thing here. And like literally, because at our haunt we have 6 different attractions, so we're technically a park.
Whoa.
So usually what I do is when people are coming in, I'm either sliding at you, I'm doing something, just again judging body language, and then that's how I proceed with you. But then once I break the ice with you and how the conversation's going, then I kind of play tour guide clown. I talk to people like, okay, so let's go to this haunt first. And I get them all excited, and I'll walk with them and mess with them the entire time, getting them pumped or scared, however you want to put it, for that haunt. And it's just a good way to mess with people. He
has a thing of having pure manipulation. And it's fucking terrifying because you can be nice, you can be an entertainer, but at the end of the story, you are going to listen to what I say. You have full control, and it's so fucking cool. But what's really cool about having a backstory for your character, it really helps with becoming the monster, becoming this thing that you've been holding. And it may take a while to fully develop because, you know, Steve and I, our characters have grown more and more. In the haunt world, I've noticed that characters are never done building. They're always growing.
Absolutely.
And it's
I feel like every experience just adds more lore.
It really
Whether
does.
it's in the haunt or even in real life. Like, I can just talk their ears off. Like, I've been in so many rooms at this point inside. I only just started coming outside. I have all this knowledge of what's inside before you guys even get a chance to get in there.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, like, the different types of characters that you're going to experience, letting them know that when you see this girl, this is what she's going to express to you. If you find people begging for money, say, like, in subculture, like, what type of people you're going to see. Like, these people are not well.
That's perfect.
And I love expressing that to them and saying that, well, you're not much better, but it's okay because we're going to help you because we care.
Now, are you would you consider yourself a spotlight actress, or like you work better with like a partner with you?
I've never thought about that. I have more fun working with people. I love working off Joe and Frankie, who play the patient and doctor outside.
Frankie's the one
They're a lot
with
of fun.
like he has like white stuff in his hair and stuff.
Yep,
Yep.
that's Frankie.
Yep, yeah, he's been liking a bunch of our stuff. Definitely a shout out to him. We
Absolutely.
definitely
He's
been
so
watching him.
talented.
Yeah, he seems really cool. Definitely really cool. I love his character a lot, and just like how he goes upon to it. Because I watched a bunch of like videos like with Scare Factor and other review companies coming through
Yeah.
this haunt, and like your guys' haunt is just like
They're awesome.
so cinematic and it's so beautiful.
Now, do you get
Thank
to
you.
do you get to continue to do the Banshee throughout the year, or is it just strictly during haunt season only?
I've just been doing the Banshee during our Dark Valentine. It's more chilly outside. I was placed in the house for that, where I was more of like a patient, more of a dancer
Yeah.
kind of thing, because Valentine. So they're going in that direction.
Okay. Now, would you
But-
consider yourself a 365-day haunter or just a September to October haunter?
365.
Good. That's a good answer.
Hands down.
That's a good
I'm
answer.
always talking haunt. I'm dating someone that I met at the haunt.
That's awesome.
Our house is Halloween. We have Christmas, Halloween decorations up all year round.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
And you know what? That is the great answer, because a lot of people call it horror. We call it home, you know? And I think I think it's so amazing, because I met basically I met my fiance at my haunt, and we've been together 9 years in June, and we have a wonderful baby boy. We've been living with each other, and we have our own place, and I could not be happier to have the same type of heart with me, you know. So it's really nice.
You had a happily ever after.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
and it's great, and I think it's like, if you have that passion, because she's a makeup artist where I work, I'm a makeup artist where I work, including an actor and stuff, and you know, my kids have been coming up there and seeing their dad act, or one of my oldest sons, it was his first time last year, and he's 11, and he was able to come act with me, and it was like oh my God, because like, again, I've been doing this since 2006, and I haven't missed a year yet, and this is going on my 20th season of working at a haunt, and I've been in it since I was a kid. My kids are in it since they're kids, and like, I want to keep that passion going, and it means a lot to me for haunters, because if I see there's haunters out there, I wouldn't call them haunters. There's people out there that, you know, just come during the months of September and October, and then they forget about it, and they're just there for the money or just to have fun and stuff. But the people that really go out there and try to improve themselves to it's not necessarily about having fun. It's about building bond between your people. It's a bond between the community of haunting, and there's always something broken about a person that works in a haunt. You know, people's been through a lot of shit, and I don't know like your life story or how you went through stuff, but like a lot of people have something that just like holds them back. But when I came into the haunt world, I really was like, I felt like they grabbed my hand and they let me be me. There was no judgment.
Yeah.
There was nothing to have them make fun of me for. You know, I can be the hyperactive ADHD kid and get away with it. You know, and that felt so good to finally be set free into a fucking house.
That's how I feel towards Brighton. That place is a kingdom to me. Like, it's open to all, but like only select people are like meant to like be there who have purpose. Like as you said, there's people who are there just they'll come and go. But then like me, like I feel like I got bit by the Brighton bug. It's like after day one, I'm like I'm still thinking about this place. I still want to learn about this place. I want to learn the lore. There's a point I was doing the paranormal stuff. There was a point I was doing the escape rooms. I just wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Like even just during off season, like now I'm dating and living with someone who I met there. And like now I'm doing commercials. Now I'm a Banshee.
Yeah.
And like it's like I'm still trying to like
It's
process
the accomplishment.
that.
You just want to like get up and be like, yeah, fuck yeah,
Honestly,
I'm doing something.
like there's a video I found of me online of me just screaming. I hurled a pumpkin and I just start screaming. And I'm like, this is better than therapy, but that's haunting for me.
Yes.
Like I come from, honestly, like between us, like I'm a kindergarten teacher. Like I deal with nonsense all day.
Yeah.
That's so
but like
crazy.
I want to be there. That's my passion. And then I'm like, I'd be like, I got Brighton to look forward to.
Because like
Everything's gonna be okay.
my old lady, she's a director for a daycare.
Oh, I went to the daycare
That's
right
so-
before this.
That's so freaking weird.
So with that being said,
I was the head of the infant room.
That's
Now
awesome.
I'm a Banshee.
so how has this being part of the haunt scene actually impacted your real life on the outside?
It's exposed me to so much. But before I started Brighton, I was just this musical theater kid. Kind of felt like I was losing my flame. I'm like, I don't really have much going on. I'm kind of an adult, not an adult. At the same time, I was just kind of in limbo.
Yep.
Going through my own depression, going through my own self-worth, you know. And then I'm like, okay, someone's inviting me to this place. They keep telling me it's not one person. Multiple people are telling me, oh, come to Brighton. Try it out. You'll do really great. And I'm just like, but I don't do improv. I'm like, give me a script and I'll do it person. At least that's who I thought I was.
Yeah.
Now I'm still the same person, but I'm not the same person.
You're better.
Yeah.
You're a better
And
person.
like it's been a while for me that I can just tell myself like I can give myself that pat on the back for myself.
Yeah, I think that's it's a cure. It's an anxiety pill. It's a depression pill. It is therapy, like you said. You know,
It gives me something to look forward to.
and it does. And
Not other people get it.
no,
And like I could try and tell my coworkers and they're like, you're disgusting. I don't want to see this. I'm like, okay.
Take a bath, you hippie. We don't like you.
it is definitely a relieving thing. I battled through so much stuff in my life when it came through like anxiety and depression and stuff. And then like I lost my mom back in 2014 on Christmas Eve, and I went down a dark fucking place. And
I'm so sorry.
oh, it's okay. It's life. Life happens. But I was so dark, and like I just couldn't really find myself anymore. And like I literally just did a whole fucking like personality flip, because I just like went during that dark times of my life. Like I really just didn't really want anybody around me no more. I didn't want to have anybody.
That was me when I started.
And
I thought I was done.
yeah, and like it was tough for me to just like breathe anymore. And I know it's like I wasn't talking to Steve, I wasn't talking to any. This is way before the podcast, and you know
I does that to people.
it really messed me up. And then when I really changed myself and I found, you know, my kin, I found my person, and like he's right next to me, and like he's been He was a family friend. He was my next door neighbor when we moved next door back in
Whoa.
1997 or 98, and he was mine and my brother's friend. And then many years later he became family because he married my sister, and it's just like, all right, man. And then and without him, I don't think like my life would be where I'm at today, because like I was hanging out with stupid people, and like I called him up one day and I didn't really talk to him because I was working up at the clown house at my haunt, and I didn't talk to him for a while. And then I asked everybody and anybody to come help me, and they just would not help me. And I said, you know what, fuck this, I'm calling Steve. I called Steve, and he immediately picked up the phone. And
He
I
called
said,
me because he knew I was like a Sears department. I had all the tools.
and you know what?
Aw.
He was up there in like 5 fucking minutes, and I haven't talked to him in years. And again, he's more of my brother's friend than my
That's
friend.
a brother. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like
That's a brother to you. No one else would do that.
no, and he's been there through thick and thin,
Yeah.
thick and thin,
Uh-huh.
thin.
Spit it out.
And it's been great. It's been great, and we've done so much together. But it's always great to have that person like near you, and have you near. Just to have them is so great, because it motivates you, and it gives you more of an option to live and stuff. And just to have that is, I'm very thankful. So thanks, Steve. But anyways, when it comes to like the passion of being a haunter, what really gives you that strive? Like, what gives you that fuel to the fire? Like, what is your ritual right before you step out onto that floor? What is like your go-to thing?
My thing that I do, I mean, I don't have necessarily a ritual, but aside from filling up the pills, that for me requires focus and attaching everything. I used to be very anxious putting this together because, like, I'm a Q actor now with that character, and which means I have to put that together in the dark. So that in itself gives me anxiety.
Yeah,
But now I have help with it,
that's good.
and now it's like muscle memory at this point. Putting it together, it's so much easier. It's
That's
like I didn't expect all this attention.
But
Honestly, out of character, but like in character, I'm just like, yeah, keep looking at me.
yeah.
Like Yasmin doesn't care. Like Yasmin's terrified right now, but the fact that you guys are terrifying me right now is making me strive. And I'm like, now I just want to approach you.
Well, that's
I'll like, I'll widen my eyes. I'll sing to them. I'll jump on the stage if I have to and just rattle around. Like your smoke machines, I'll hide next to them and pop out with the smoke. I dance around with people. I'll talk to people. This one time I have a satchel with me, like a little bag. I just find random stuff walking around the haunt. This one time I had a snowball. I just took out the snowball and I started blessing it and putting it up to a full moon. I don't know who these girls were. They all came around me and we all just had this beautiful ritual, like to the moon. Like, I don't know if it was like witchcraft or something. I have no idea who any of these people are, but like, it's never going to happen again.
Oh,
how it
hail
happened.
snowball.
It's like, you just had to be there. Yeah. I'm just like, to the full moon snowball. Next time you see a snowball, you will think of us in the Brighton snowball. Oh, hail the Brighton snowball. And I'm like, I can't just go around and tell people this kind of stuff, but like, it fueled me.
It seems right. I have multiple moments similar to that. So there was this one moment. This was a few years ago. It's on the Instagram page where I was like, I had a knife and I was approaching a girl where I was completely just lost in my character. Well, my character discovered a tick, and like how you said, you were just picking up random things. So I found like an empty water bottle, and I put it in my lab coat. And my character had to make sure that water bottle's there. So I would threaten people, but like I wouldn't really like. I'd be so mean to these people, but I'd feel so friendly. But there was one time during that moment, I was just losing my marbles and stuff. And I approached the bar down the hill at our haunt, and I saw a pile of kitty litter. I was like, ooh. And I was like, in character, I'm like, ooh. So I bulldozed it with my mouth.
Oh my God.
All right. So the bar people were fucking grossed the fuck out.
You don't even know. When we're running around
When you're
Roman,
in character,
yeah.
It's so hard.
When you're in character, it happens.
Well, it was throw
Hey,
up.
we've had a buddy of ours pick up a maxi pad off the ground and smack a chick in the face with it.
That was funny. That was funny.
I thought
That is fantastic.
dude,
I can never do that in real life. That is
Dude,
fantastic.
I tried so hard to keep character because I was laughing so hard under my mask. I couldn't
That's
believe.
what Q-Line is. We all just try and break each other, especially.
Oh,
I've
God.
noticed
Oh, we
during
do it all the time.
off season. That's it. That's all they do.
Yeah, we do
That's
it all
all
the
they
time.
do. Is they try and break us.
We climb in porta potties, like 3 or 4 of us. We'll all climb in a porta potty. That way, when people
Yes!
open the door, we're all smiling at them.
Like, hey, do you come here often?
I
Yeah.
am. See, I'm always the one outside the porta potties.
Get up
I've
in
never
there.
thought about going in the
Oh, we
potty
get in it.
beforehand.
No, get in there.
Whoa,
Don't just
get
get
on
in
in.
there.
Yeah, get on in.
And then there was another moment where,
You guys took the extra step. I love that.
well, it's just
Oh, we get creative.
we get so
We get bored
I
some
love
nights
it.
because there's some nights it's slow. There's like not a lot of people there because like a slow night for us is like 2,000 people. That's slow. So we're walking around and we're just like messing with people that we've seen all night long, and we'll just do crazy stuff. We'll get bored. We also have a donut house,
Mhm.
and we'll walk in there and we'll like they'll be like just in a hurry, you know, because they get a rush order. Donuts will fall on the
Yeah.
ground. We'll pick them up and throw them at people. We just like they're not like donuts, you know, like the like balls, like the little donut
yeah,
balls.
like munchkin
Oh,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll throw them, we'll eat them. We're always doing stuff. Or we hang out at the main bathroom where the bar is. There's an actual bathroom people can walk in. We'll hang out there, and like you'll get people walk up. Hey, my friend's in the bathroom. Do you care to scare them when they come out? Well, with
fuck. I'm going in there.
with me, I'm also a slider. So as they're coming out, they'll say, "Go!" I'll go flying across the ground on my knees, and people literally have to turn around and go back in the bathroom.
Good.
I made a mess.
But there's last year. This was probably by far the most random thing I have ever gotten myself into. It was our last night, and I was Doofy from Scary Movie. I had his mask, and I was dressed up as Ghostface. Well, I didn't talk because he didn't talk when he was in character and stuff. So here I am walking around the park, dressed up as Doofy, and I approached the makeup artist because I wanted to like take my mask off for a second so I can get like something to drink. And I'm talking, and then all of a sudden, I get a hand on my shoulder, and it pulls me around, and it's a girl dressed up as Dr. Phil. So I immediately buckled up my
Whoa.
fist, and I started like acting like I was gonna fight. Well, then she started buckling up her fist, and here comes Steve Harvey.
Wow.
Steve Harvey comes up and starts grabbing me and telling us to
This
calm
is the
down.
best RPG ever.
And I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm getting in a fight with Steve Harvey and Dr. Phil, and they're running their mouths. And then they're buckling up their fists, telling me that I need help. And then I'm sitting here throwing shit at them, and they're throwing shit back. And the makeup team's pulling me back, and I'm sitting here like trying to push them off, acting like I'm mad and stuff, and telling them to hold me back. And Steve Harvey's holding back Dr. Phil, and I ripped off my mask, and I was like, "I'll pull off your fucking mustache!" And I was just screaming. I was into it, and I'm sitting here, and then it just dissipated immediately. And I'm walking up the hill, and I'm sitting here like, what
You
the?
broke them.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know what.
That's amazing.
I almost got in a fist fight with two random, like it's a fake fist fight, of course. And we're just all, but it was so cool to interact with these people because they were rowdy as hell, and I was rowdy as hell too. And I'm like, man, I'm into this. This is fun, and I'm about to brawl with these people, and like we were just, it was the weirdest thing. Almost getting in a fight with Steve Harvey and Dr. Phil.
So now, have you ever had any celebrities or anything like that come to your haunt?
We had Neil Patrick Harris walk through.
Damn.
I didn't realize it was him in the helmet. I was just like, oh.
Hey,
So I saw the crowd. I was just like, wait, I just get Neil Patrick Harris.
There you go.
I had Daniel Monero from Z100. We had I don't know this girl's name. I feel really bad. I don't watch MTV. If you're
Snooki.
familiar with Wild 'N Out, the redhead, I'm so sorry I'm forgetting her name.
Wild
I don't
'N
want to
Out.
butcher it.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah, about yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had quite a few.
We've had more because we have a huge stage at our place too. So we've met a lot of
Ooh.
famous band people. We've met a lot of that. YouTube wise, we have had iShow Speed. He's been out there a couple times.
Yeah, I was his guide.
Ooh.
We've had several athletes, professional athletes, come out.
We had Bert Kreischer come out. That was cool. That was for the Discovery Channel back in 2014 when they come out.
Imagine if there was a Discovery Channel, but like haunters,
Well,
like someone who's just boring,
man,
just going around. They're like, we see a wild clown out in the horizon.
today on Animal Planet.
Yeah. Today
Just
on
love
Haunt Planet.
contractors. That needs to be a trend.
Yeah, it'd be Haunt
Can
Planet.
that be a trend?
We can make it.
Yeah,
we
you
can
done
make
did it
happen.
now.
Yes.
We're
That's
gonna
it.
start it.
It's now an idea. It's out in the open.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Let's do it.
Yep.
No, I think just the journey that we go on. It's weird because like how you said you get in commercials and shit. Fuck, Steve and I, like, I've been in music videos. He's been in music videos. I've been up on stage. I've been on books. I've met so many fucking people. I've opened up for these huge bands for Land of Illusion.
And that's the good thing too. So like again, it's year round for us. So not only do it's haunt, but we also travel to all these conventions and stuff and hang out. So it's good. So when we talk to people like you or other haunts, we go to these conventions and run into these people, and then you put face to face, and the next thing you know, friendships start building up, and then you have connections around the whole country, and it turns into way bigger.
And it feels cool, you know, because it's like and if you want me to be realistic, I'm just an average Joe, just like everybody else in this world. I'm a nobody. But when I get into that costume or I get into this studio and I start
You're
talking,
an icon.
it's just
When
that.
you're in that, you become the icon.
Yeah, and
You're out the door. You leave them out the door. This is your circumstance right now with no circumstances.
and it feels
I can't explain it to people, but you guys get it. I love it.
it's there. Like there's I was talking to Steve about this a little bit ago. Like there's podcast people out there that talk about haunting and stuff, but I don't think there's a podcast out there that is made for haunters from haunters, you know? And we're everyday haunt actors. We build every year just for ourselves, for the haunts. We help people out and train and discuss things and how to build costumes and stuff. And we're always out there to help the community to get out there. Now, there may be somebody out there that I don't know of or we don't know of, but it's just like, it's good to talk to haunters. It's good to find the people that are your people. And it's nice, you know, going to Trans World or going to East Coast or West Coast. It feels.
It feels right, Brian.
It feels right.
It feels right.
It feels normal.
My first time at East Coast, I felt like a kid in a candy store.
Yep.
Just looking at, it just took me a while to take everything in. Like I couldn't be in character
Bring
the
your
first time.
checkbook.
Like, no, I need to take everything in.
And the cool thing about being these haunt actors and monsters is that we were not born monsters. We were fucking made.
Mm-hmm.
And it is such a, I don't, like you said, we just can't tell.
Tender love and care.
Nope.
Lots of tender love and care and secrets.
Yep, and nobody knows the feeling until they actually put in the actual work of being a dedicated hunter, and that feeling to finally be something and be a part of something feels absolutely inspiring.
So now, what's actually going to be next for you? Like, as far as, are there any other plans to evolve the Banshee any further, or unleash a whole new nightmare?
I don't know where the Banshee's going to take me. Like, I just wanted to make this Instagram for myself to record it. And as someone with depression, I needed something to look at, to look forward to.
Do it. You are your own
But, like,
billboard.
honestly, I just kept stopping myself. Like, in my head, I'm like, no one's going to give a shit. Why do I need to put this? I have an album of like thousands of pictures
Keep posting.
where I'm like, well, I can't put these anywhere. But now I'm like getting all this attention on media. So I'm like, well, I'm already online.
Yeah.
It's already there.
Keep going.
So I'm like,
with
why
it.
not?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, well, I remember making this account and like closing my eyes and pressing like the create button and everything. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's working. And like, you guys are reaching out, like people are talking to me, and I'm just like, it feels so good to have like people that I can just talk to about this.
And it's cool because it's like, to be honest with you, Steve and I, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just going for it, you know? Because like, you know,
I have no plan.
yeah.
They said, here, put on this costume. I'm like, okay. They're like, what do you want to do? Let's go in this room. Let's put this light on. Start doing something. I'm like, okay.
So like, who got you inspired to be a haunter?
I honest, who really did it for me? I was actually in Rocky Horror. I was on a traveling cast. If you're familiar with Rocky,
Yes, ma'am.
and I was doing that since like 2016, and I was kind of like, I realized I was kind of like falling out of it a bit. I realized I couldn't really commit to it at like rehearsal time and such. I'm like, all right, this might be like the last couple of times I'll do it, but I'll do it one more go. And one of my cast members who was in it, I was backstage with her. I was Rocky and she was my Janet, and we were just doing touch-up. We're sitting like right behind the tank, and we're just sitting there mingling while scenes are happening. And she's like, "Oh, you're really expressive. You were very into it. You don't care about making a fool in front of people." And I'm like, "No, I never really cared. That's just life."
That's perfect.
But like you said, I do care. But when I'm performing, there's like a barrier broken for myself.
Okay.
And then she's like, "Oh, you should really try this out." I'm like, "I don't know about haunt acting." Because at the time, I'm just like, I thought at least I had a full-blown maskophobia. And I'm just like, maybe this isn't for me. I ended up getting invited again by this girl who's no longer there. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to go to this audition. I really want you to go with me. I don't want to go alone." I was like, "All right, where are we going? You're calling me up. You're picking me up. What are we doing?" She's like, "Oh, we're going to go be haunt actors. We're going to see what it's all about." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And that's how I ended up there.
Here you are. How old are you?
I'm actually 29.
29. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm
About to
old.
be 30.
I'm 40.
40. He's 40. I'm 32.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bam.
Been a long road.
And then we're not stopping until I'm in a wheelchair.
But you got experience. You're leveled up. You're level 40. All is well.
Like literally, I mean, like he was saying earlier in the beginning of the show, together we've had 50 years experience of haunting. I mean, I've been doing it for just a little over 30 years myself, and it's been a long road, and it was just funny because in the beginning, you know, I started as a clown when I was 7, and then I've done everything between that since, and then when like he was telling you how he called me back in like, you know, 18 or 19, I can't remember exactly when he
18.
called me for help. And then when we were up there working in the clown house, I was like, I really think I need to get back into it, hardcore. And I just went back to being a clown, and that's just how it's funny how it made a complete circle. I made it right back to a clown, and I've been doing the clown since. And again, I do have other characters that I do, depending on sometimes we have theme weekends out at the park. So I might change up a character or something just for the theme. But other than that, the clown is who I am, and that's what when we originally created Dark Carousel, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be the two clowns to take it off and just run with it and, not look back. So, but
I love the idea of clown characters. I've never been a clown, but I just love how it's just full blown free will.
It's hard.
You're just
to be a clown, because a lot of people come into it thinking that it's all laughter and, you want to play a game or balloon animals and stuff, but it's not.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, clowns are very bipolar, and they just don't care. If you get hurt, snap a kneecap, I'm gonna laugh at you. I'll help you, but I'm gonna help you rip the rest of your leg off. But a lot of the times it's just great.
You just reminded me of a story.
Go for
I
it.
had someone trip, and their shoe fell off, and they kept running. And I picked up their shoe, and I just started running away from them.
You should have kept it.
Great.
I would have kept it.
Oh, I tried.
Kept it?
I'm like, this stinks.
That you should have said, "That's my trophy. I'm keeping it."
Where did I put it? I think I put it on the stage somewhere. They're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get home." I'm like, "Huh."
Not my problem.
I would never talk to someone like that.
Yeah.
But Banshee doesn't care.
That's all right.
You know what? It's really hard for me to get out of character, especially at the end of the season.
Dude, there's so many different haunts we've worked at, throughout the years, and volunteered and just helped out other haunts and stuff. And there's been nights where he'll be like doing this German thing, and he'll be speaking like weird languages and talking German for like 2 or 3 weeks. It's like, dude,
It's
we're
really
not
hard.
working right now. Stop.
Because him and I work together at the same
You
time.
gotta click yourself off.
Yeah, he's
Or
stuck.
change the channel.
He's stuck in character.
It's so hard. But it definitely built the person that I am today because I'm so expressive. My personality is super outgoing, and I'm always there to have fun, especially at
But
work.
that's what you gotta be.
It's really hard because a lot, like, if we get like a new guy at our job, and like I'm like one of the, what would you call it, like a head person down there on my shift, and you know, I get a new guy and they think that like, well, since I'm higher up, they're like, all right, so he's gonna be an asshole, and then you know, I look at him and I just start joking with him and stuff, and I figure out his thing. There's this guy, his name's Jameson at my job, and I fuck with him all the time. But this is so funny. So he has a chipped tooth that is like in half, and he always runs his mouth to me, and he doesn't realize I'm a haunt actor, dude. I'm gonna pick you to fucking pieces. Like, don't test me. So he came into my lab, and we had a grind wheel, and he was just playing with it, and he picked it up, and he's like, "Whose is this?" I'm like, "Oh, that's Daryl's," and he's like, "You know what I want to do with it?" I'm like, "You know what I want to do with it?" I said, "I want to fix your other fucking tooth." And he looked at me and he said, "You have the audacity." I'm like, "I'm sorry,
He was
dude.
flabbergasted.
I'm so sorry." Sometimes like I don't mean to, and I just say it, but man, it's like
It's unfiltered.
I am so unfiltered sometimes, and I don't mean it. I just like, it's just that like,
That
holy
happens
shit.
to me at work too, and I'm just like, I'm in a room of 5 and 6-year-olds.
Yeah. My old lady, she says some god awful things to her kids a lot. That sometimes you're like, whoa, babe.
Remember those are kids.
Yeah, there's a kid. She's like, oh, I know. I mean, she runs a whole fucking daycare, and she just, some of the stuff, like I'll come in and I'll pick up my son, and I hear her screaming in the back, and I'm like, oh, I love her. Now, one thing before we end this episode, what is the most important thing about being a haunt actor, and what does it mean to you? And how would you tell anybody that wants to start haunting the first thing you should do?
Honestly, out of character, I feel like it's terrifying for me. But once I pushed myself, just by showing up, like, you never know the kind of people you're going to meet.
Yeah.
Like, I've been at Brighton for a while. I've seen so many people come and go, and just the relationships that I've made with these people, both good and bad, have all been lessons for me. There's been people that I still talk to, that I stick with. There's people who helped me when I just started. Like, it's just really, really surreal how something so magical can exist.
Yes.
Because for me, Brighton is a kingdom.
Yes.
Like, it's been there. It's not like it was hidden from the world. It's out there. It's open.
It's your home.
Yes,
No.
absolutely.
No.
I remember just looking forward to being there, no matter what kind of day I had during the day, no matter what's going on at home, no matter what. I'm just like, but I will be back at Brighton. And that is enough for me. And I can just...
It just gave me cold chills because it's true. It's true. It is so true, because it's like, it's just, I just wish like some people will just understand.
Yep.
Just understand us.
So let's do this.
I feel like it's just changed for me, like, especially with this attention personally. Like, more people are talking to me, like, at the haunts and stuff. They think, I don't know, like, they want to get to know me. And it's really awesome. Like, I'm getting to know these people's backgrounds. All these people come from 1,000,001 different places and circumstances. Like, I've seen people come and go, but like the people who have stayed, or even some that have left, like, I still talk to. Like, these people are like turning into parents. There's people like changing careers. I'm able to connect with these people. And like, since haunting, like, even like you said, like, I've been able to network with all these people. Like, I didn't know that this existed. I thought it was just like, oh, this is a small community kind of thing.
Hell no.
But I didn't realize how huge this is.
It is so big, and it's one big family.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like my biggest exposure to this, aside from creating this Instagram, has been going to East Coast. And I know it's not the biggest convention, but for me, that was just like, I felt like a kid in a candy store.
It's an eye opener.
It was fantastic. I saw familiar faces. I'm at a point where people were approaching me saying, hey, I know you on Instagram. And I'm just like, I don't even feel like you're talking to Yasmin right now.
Yep.
They're just we're just talking, and I'm just like, this is great.
Yep.
I get to just be myself and just talk to people. I don't have to worry about anything right now.
The appreciation is definitely there. Appreciation is definitely being seen. We are, again, very grateful and thankful for the haunt community. We're grateful that we're able to take time out of your day and do this interview with us. And, it's a milestone for us too. We're still learning.
You guys made my day.
Thank you.
Seeing that, I'm just like, whoa, how is this happening? I'm like, yes, let's do it.
So before we called you, what were you expecting?
Honestly, I just wanted to record like my progress from when I started. Like my very first post was one of my first patient makeup back in the old makeup room. That's not even a makeup room anymore.
Good.
I just wanted to find my progress. I just want to record it for myself and give myself something to look forward to.
And you got it. And you really do.
Again,
That means so much to me.
You're welcome.
I put in so much
keep
care
trucking.
into this character.
Don't stop.
Thank you.
Don't stop. And do you have kids at all?
No.
Well, if you do, eventually, don't be ashamed of putting them into it too, because my kids fucking
Torture 'em.
love it. Yeah, like I scare my kids all the time, but they love it. I'll take my youngest. We used to take him when he was like 1 or 2, and he has never been scared.
Yeah, he loves it.
He loves it, and it's just like seeing kids get into it and have fun with it. It is the greatest.
You
thing.
should see it. 6 years old. It'll be in the middle of the
love
haunt,
that.
and he'll come flying up to me when I'm working in the haunt. He'll come flying up to me, Uncle Steve, and he's all excited, and people are like,
So desensitized?
"Yeah, wait a minute, who's this Steve guy? I see this Sweets guy. He's talking to Steve." So
His favorite character of all times, and he knows him more than I do. Michael Myers
Michael Myers.
loves him.
Yeah.
So this is what we'll close with. So what do you want people to feel when they leave Brighton and say, "I saw the Banshee"?
Adrenaline. I want them to be as excited as I am to see them.
So you want them pumped. You want them like shaking, like, I want more.
I want them to rattle as much as I do for them.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, that's great. Well, again, we appreciate you. You keep going for it. Always,
Keep posting those pictures because we like looking.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing. And keep
Thank
We
you.
sound kind of pervish. We like looking.
It's haunt stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
just keep having fun with it. Keep being you. Don't let anybody tell you differently. You're doing a great job, and there's going to be better and more opportunities out there for you.
Yep.
And just keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Thank you so much.
Be a proud haunter. You're a haunter, 100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Brighton Banshee.
Yeah, that's the Brighton Banshee. There it was. Oh, cool. Well, again, thank you so much for just giving us this opportunity and stuff. And when this episode is done, we'll write everything up, and then it should be posted within the next, let's say, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it should be up by 8. And,
That's quick.
Yeah.
Yep. You
You guys work.
Well, we don't do any
Awesome.
edits or anything. Everything's raw, because we tried our best to keep everything as authentic as possible. I got a lot of pre stuff already made for, sending out Instagram stuff and all that. So I'm already ahead of the game. All we got to do is just post the video.
So if you want to see the video itself, watch it on Spotify.
It's only on Spotify. What's the video?
For the video, but everything else, like all the other platforms, will be the audio.
Yep.
Awesome.
So, other than that,
Thank you so much, guys.
do you have any questions for us before you head out?
Not at the moment.
Speechless.
I feel like I've talked your ears off.
No, that's great. But again, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and hopefully happy haunting for you.
Thank you so much. You too, guys.
Nice.
This has been awesome.
Yeah,
You guys
absolutely.
made me have something to look forward to haunt related.
Yes.
During off season.
You're
so
welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome so much. And we hope you have a great time. And we'll see you. All right, guys.
Ta-da!
That was the Brighton Banshee. Dude, fuck yeah. Dude, she's a haunter.
Yeah.
She's a fucking haunter. I love it.
Oh man.
I was hoping because when you see okay,
Huh?
when you see people give it their all, sometimes they're like, well, I just put on a costume. Not her. No, she doesn't just put on a fucking costume. She is the Brighton fucking Banshee.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for her to only do that for 1 year, what?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. For
Well, hopefully she did a good enough job, and she feels more pumped herself to where the owners go, you know what, she did a great job with this, and this is going to be a big promotional thing for us, to where they'll keep using her as that and actually label her officially as the Brighton Banshee, to where she can become something like the Warden Widow
or Mickey Mouse.
or Mickey Mouse. She's the Mickey Mouse for there you go for Brighton
Asylum.
There you go.
Again, guys, that was the Brighton Banshee.
Yeah.
We're out in New Jersey.
Fuck. I forgot.
Say it.
Passaic.
New Jersey. Second, Brighton Avenue.
Yeah.
Guys, go check it out.
Yep.
Please. And tell us what you think about the Brighton Banshee. We might. You never know. We might show up and show up and show up and show up and, show up. Yeah. Again, guys, go follow her on Instagram, the Brighton Banshee, and go follow the Brighton Asylum on Instagram and all major platforms, including TikTok and stuff. And just go check them out. Watch their walkthroughs on YouTube, bro. Yeah. They're fucking insane in the brain.
They're good.
Anything you want to say before we end this lovely show?
No, I should be fine.
All right, guys. Well, next week we are taking a 1 week break because of
just
scheduling and normal life situations and stuff.
And then the following week we got 2 shows.
2 shows
that we have to do.
So see you in the woods. But other than that, trying to think anything I want to say. You were supposed to start rapping. All right. Other than that, guys, my name is Arthur, and that is Steve. This is Snacks. That is Sweets. And I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Again, like I told her, you call it fucking horror, we call it home. We'll smell you guys later. Stay spooky, stay classy, and go fuck yourself.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Whoa. Stay classy, San Diego. Dang. See you guys.
This ride on the Dark Carousel may be over, but the horrors are far from done. The next nightmare is just around the corner. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Dark Carousel. Let's fucking ride on the DCP!